Alright everyone, welcome back. We're about to head back to the checkpoint and start going back to, I believe, either our room or the council. Or maybe not. Activate the checkpoint. Now let's make our way back to the school. I'm not impressed by your surprise attack, but that blow is excellent. Very well. Give us your name. She has no pants.
はじめまして、ちっぽけなマスターさん。それと、哀れで余分なサーバント。私はアルターエド、メルトリリス。BB から出て BB ではないもの。あなたの本当の理解者よ。
You wouldn't be trying to kill me if you did understand me. And again, pants, please. Another alter ego. I was prepared to face her eventually, but I never thought she would ambush us in another Sentinel's domain. Without Saber, I'm certain I would have been skewered. Still, I know the deal with how MeltLilith looked, but this girl really does have the same face as Sakura too. You truly understand my prayer?
決まっているわ。あなたのすべてを私は知るの。そしてあなたも私のすべてを知ることになる。私たちは一つになるの。あなたは私なくしては生きられない命になりなさい。
I've never felt intimidated like this before. MeltLilith gives off a different aura than MeltLilith. In her words, the hostility was clear. The kindness was wholesome. The bloodlust was pure. It was a rich, almost melting confession of love.
本当はもっと早くにあなたを迎えに来たかったのだけど、ここはあの子の管轄だから。 BB の目を盗んで侵入するのも楽じゃないのよ。
She didn't come here on BB's orders, which I guess means she came here solely of her own will. And also, she came only to acquaint herself with me?
そう、苦労してやっと会えたのだから、すぐにでも私のものにしたいんだけど、少しだけ猶予をあげる。ほんの1分、この質問の時だけの自由。 BB の役割は終わったわ。あの女は今までのようにあなたを最優先事項にはできなくなる。ことによっては BB はあなたさえ消しにかかるでしょう。でも私がいる。 BB からあなたを守るわ。だから
You were just gonna kill me.
私に全てを捧げる気はある？どうせ結果は同じになるけど、あなたの答えを聞いてあげる。イエスかノーか、快楽か復讐か、天国がいいのか地獄がいいのか。
Is there a third option?
聞かせなさい。あなたの返答いかんによって今後の処遇を考えてあげるから。
The point of her question is unclear, but I get that MeltLilith is asking me if I'll obey her or not. Yes or no? My answer is... I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean... She said either answer is the same, so it doesn't really matter.
答えも楽しいわ。私の屈服コレクションに決定。アリスと同じにしてあげる。このバカ者。
This isn't the time to be talking foolishness. She's eager to murder you.
うるさいサーバントね。あなたに何ができるの？何をしてあげられるの？私なら彼をあらゆる快楽で満たしてあげられる。幸福で満ちたゆりかごにね。私が管理するわ。サーバントは邪魔なだけ。ここでザクロのように懺悔なさい。
Oh crap.
一周に付してくれる。さあ溶けるように踊りましょう。格の違いを見せてあげる。バックダンサー
One turn
プ
battle.
リマドンナを傷つけることができると思って。
Okay, fine. Wow.
そなたの期待に応えられなかった。つまらん。あれでは舞台が入るではないか。さあ溶けるよう格の違いを見せてあげる。バックダンサーにプリマドンナを傷つけることができると思って。あげる。本当の泉よ。そんなものか。
Although MeltLilith overwhelms her, Saber recovers her stance. Something strange. MeltLilith isn't wounded anywhere. Sure, MeltLilith wins in terms of strength, but the difference shouldn't be this overwhelming. Could it be? Does MeltLilith also have that skill BB has?
そうよ。私は無敵。私は不滅。私は鉄壁。ムーンセルにおいて私を傷つけられるものはなくなったわ。なのにまだ私に逆らうのね。その目隠しても隠せないわ。ねえ、なぜ抵抗するの？楽園に案内してあげるというのよ。嫌がる理由がわからないわ。
MeltLilith said she will protect me from BB, and that she'll even make me happy. I don't know what the real motive is behind her words, or even what kind of method she's thinking about employing. However, supposing it really is paradise, I can no longer agree to such a thing. The reason being, what a joke. Did you think you could tempt my praetor, who I confide in, with such cajolery? And anyway, your offer is far too low. You call it a paradise, but that school, or mount building, is sorely lacking. It's below that of a villa. It's not up to par with the Colosseum, which commemorates my achievements and the countless spectators who praise me, or a public bath. As a territory, it should be at least as good as Serica, the land of silk. Once it has the value of the Nile headwaters in its far south and horizon where the sun sets in its east, then we can negotiate. Saber is right. No matter how sweet our deal is, I can't find any solace in a temporary moratorium. Even less so if it means abandoning the people who live on Earth.
いい答えね。その返答を待っていたわ。だって、その方が興奮するから。私、 自分でもどうかと思うほど可逆体質なの。嫌がる相手を徹底的に蹴り倒せるなんて正直たまらないわ。あら？
She has a secret garden too? In that instant, MeltLilith exposed her own affection, her own twisted bloodlust. My left hand aches so intensely that it makes me shiver. The 5 meditations is reacting to her words.
私の担当はもう少し先なんだけど。あなた、せっかちなのね。まあいいわ。せっかくだからお近づきの印に持っていきなさい。素敵、刺激的だわ。これが秘密を共有するということなのね。まるで小鳥の羽を引きちぎるよう。蹂躙は一方的であるほど胸に迫るわ。
Your secret was divulged, yet you aren't embarrassed about it. I can tell you're quite confident in yourself.
本当にうるさい外野ね。やっぱり殺さないとダメかしら。覚悟して。私はリップとは違う。遊びはないわ。やると決めたのなら確実に終わらせる。
MeltLilith charges further power into her legs. She's reproducing the explosive power she displayed when she assaulted us. This is bad. If she attacks us with such force, we won't be able to defend against it again. Ronnie, hurry. Extract them. They won't make it to the checkpoint in time. The alter ego's force field is increasing the difficulty of performing an extraction. Forced extraction is not currently feasible. I'll allocate the student council room's entire processing capability and reevaluate. Ready? 60 seconds until teleport.
60秒もいらないわ。瞬きのうちに終わらせましょう。メルトの蜜はサーバントすら溶かしきる。まずはその邪魔な女を一撃で殺してあげる。
MeltLilith's body dips slightly. She looks like a figure skater ready to start off at a dash. Saber readies her weapon and takes a position to counterattack. But so long as MeltLilith nullifies attacks, we have no chance of winning. What does she mean by kill in one blow anyway? Is that a metaphor or... I'm right behind you. Take a wee step back, lad.
何？
Archer? The hall gets dyed in its sister color. I'll lead the weapons loose towards MeltLilith. The instant MeltLilith cuts it down with her legs, a sort of fog effect engulfs the hall. How thoughtful of our reinforcement. Time we draw, Master. The tide of this battle has shifted to allow our escape. Saber's right. With the help of the fog, we do our best to distance ourselves from MeltLilith. We'll make our escape back to school if this buys 60 seconds.
そこ。
MeltLilith's silhouette dances within the thick fog. She's not searching for signs of us, but rather of the someone who created the situation. She transforms herself into an arrow so she can bring her prey down. She has no hesitation. She has no mercy. Her methods are definitely different from Passion Lips. Verification complete. Chance of teleportation failure? 0. Executing force extraction. Well, that was close. I open my eyes and I see the grounds. We got away from MeltLilith in one piece. Senpai, are you hurt anywhere? Sakura dashes up to me. To her, knowing one of her copies has gone rogue must make her feel twice as guilty. To me, girls with her face have been trying to kill me left and right. It's hard to relax around her. I know Sakura and MeltLilith are different people, but I just can't help it. Humans rely on visual information, so this kind of thing happens. Alright. Chill out for a second, Sakura. It'll be faster if you look him over rather than have us do a scan. So, do Mike or Saber have any odd injuries? That alter ego. MeltLilith drops some strange phrases. Sounds like she has some ability that does more than mere damage, so take a look. Oh yes, I understand. Measuring vitals now. Great. Nothing's wrong with either of you. But there's evidently some mental fatigue. I think you ought to get some rest. My nerves certainly have been hounded. Saber's probably tired as well. So let's go ahead to my room and get some rest.
Okay.
We'll analyze MeltLilith while you're doing that. You'll probably fight her again at some point. Ronnie, you got the data? In addition to her SG, I finished extracting a matrix from her combat style. However, I cannot analyze her invincibility. Hope we can gather more information in the future. Hear that? Do your best, Mike. Now then, I guess all that's left us to do is increase the jamming. The jamming? So that MeltLilith can't discover where Senpai is. Yes, I've already allocated 4% of the student council room's output towards it. It was Miss Tosaka's idea. Yep, to make it hard for BB or an ego to ambush Mike for hiding his location. But it looks like it'll be tough to keep an alter ego out with this level of jamming. We'll kick it up a notch. So that's how it went down. MeltLilith was so aggressive in seeking out my life. Rin said that jamming wasn't effective, but if she hadn't taken the trouble to do this for me, I may have been killed long ago. I see. I was wondering why I couldn't locate Senpai in the school building. Of course. So you two are behind it. It's a little late for it, but I give them my thanks. Those two are always out of sight, but still helping me.
別に
It's a pretty boring secret tool, so I actually was hoping you wouldn't notice. In my opinion, that's not the case. It wasn't something I would have thought of. Your concern for others is meticulous, Miss Tosaka. This is common sense when you've been in guerrilla warfare as long as I have. It's crucial to scramble the enemy's navigation. Seriously. Anyway, how about you head back to my room? I was gonna say your room. As annoying as it is, someone's got their eyes on you, so get plenty of rest.
あの
She's completely taking a back seat here, but what about Elizabeth? That girl isn't much of a threat. We'll be okay just dealing with her as she pops up. I completely agree. Achoo! I think I heard a faint sneeze from somewhere. In any case, let's call it for today. Wait, is Elizabeth here? Is she hiding? I can't go there. Alright. Oh, let's ask Sakura if she heard that sneeze.
あの
Lee, you seem tired. Please go back to my room and have yourself a long rest. Alright. Alright. Shortcut.
暗くはしないのか
Look at the design of my room now. Looks nice. Let's open my closet. Saber. Modern clothes. I actually like these two more. This one looks, I don't know, a little weird. Maybe later. I got no suit on. Let's view the gallery. No. Okay, yeah. Let's check out view information matrix. Karna. MeltLilith, what does she have? New master. A lot of question marks here. Crime ballet, a simple combat style. Sadistic constitution, a skill that gives modifiers to... Alright, we're still at, we still don't know what's going on.
レオとユリウスを失ったのは痛手ではあるが悔やんでも始まらぬ前を見よ奏者よ我らは確実に BB を追い詰めている
何せここに来てランサーの再登場だからな。手詰まり感が半端ない。だからそう思い詰めた顔をするな。そなたはどうにも抱え込みすぎる。確かに新会長の座は重責であろう。だが一人で悩むことはない。リンもラニもサクラもいる。無論世もな。
Saber's eyes narrow, looking at me tenderly. It's as though she took notice of how considerably heavily the position of president has been weighing on my mind.
折れそうな時は世に甘えよ。マスターの悩みを抱えきれずして何がサーバントか。遠慮はいらぬ。なぜなら世が辛い時はそなたに甘えさせてもらうのだからな。世ばかりでは不公平であろう。
Of course, I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't mind her depending on me whenever. So long as that delicate body of hers puts itself in harm's way for me in return.
それでは心機一転、迷宮の攻略といこうではないか。頼むぞ、新会長。
Okay, I think we're good. SG Love Struck Sweets acquired. View now. Yeah. Elizabeth.
ドラゴン系拷問アイドルエリザベート・バートリー、あなたのハートもバキバキよ。
Alright, let's check out her height.
154、いえ172センチ。どうかしら、この圧倒的スーパーモデルっぷり。角が高いわ。
Oh, her birthday is my brother's birthday.
5月17日。プレゼントはマネージャーに預けておいてくださる？
How do you spend your free time recovering from fatigue with a relaxing bath?
ゆっくりお風呂に浸かって疲れを癒すの。美しさの維持もなかなか大変なのよ。
Anything else? No? Love Struck Sweets. Elizabeth's first SG. It's written as Love Struck and read as Sweets. One could say her maiden heart, in love with the idea of love, stuffs itself with sweet cakes and honey. Elizabeth, in experience of romance, had longed for a love story like in the book she read. That, combined with actually falling in love as well, will raise her flag by quite a bit. A very troubling SG. She has a fondness for bullying living things. When they won't give in no matter how she strikes or stabs, gazing with strength of heart, even while trembling in pain, it makes her squeal. Or go cute. Elizabeth may be known for her bloodbaths and torture, but she surprisingly had a sense of virtue and cleanliness. She was appropriately educated as a noble, and a wise and knowledgeable woman fit for her lord. It's quite a strange tale even without the delusions and pastime of torture. Huh. You got quite the interesting tale, Elizabeth. Wait, is there another one? Ah, MeltLilith now. Okay.
メルトリリスよ。美しい響きでしょ。
That wasn't much.
190センチ。あ、この足が見えないの？好きなだけ見下してあげてよ。
Yeah. April 9th is her birthday.
4月9日。正直いつでもいいんだけど、リップの妹は嫌だもの。
Fetishism, a fetish for screams. I mean, that's kind of obvious too.
悲鳴フェチよ。心のきしみ、地上から絞り出される叫びはたまらないわ。聞いているだけでとろけてしまいそう。
I'm gonna stay away from you. Alright? Sadistic constitution. Sadism refers to tormenting others and attacking them without cause. It's more of a characteristic MeltLilith has than an SG, demonstrating the spirit of an empress, unable to interact without causing them pain regardless of who they are. Though a characteristic akin to a curse, Melt isn't concerned about it in the slightest. Rather, she sees sadism as the truest form of love. That's not surprising. While Passionlip was ashamed of her constitution, MeltLilith seems to boast of hers. It may be because her sadism isn't to eliminate others, but aggressiveness for the sake of affirming herself. MeltLilith was born from BB's perpetuating side. She was born a destroyer, a sovereign who feeds on the weak as nourishment. Ordinarily, this wouldn't be a weakness, or SG. Perhaps the reason this weighs on Melt's heart isn't that she's embarrassed of her sadistic constitution, but that via sadism she's learned sexual arousal, hurting the heart in her lacking breast so much that she can't hide it. After all, that cool-headedness is her selling point. She may be looking back on it with flushed cheeks, sighing to herself. My, that wasn't very cool of me. I thought that her selling point was the fact that most of these characters look like Sakura. Right as I enter the room, Saber plonks straight onto bed. She's mad. Actually sulking. Like that was my fault. While holding a big cushion, she purses her cherry blossom lips. Unable to do anything else about this, I apologize. Sorry. It's not something you need to apologize for. I'm merely pouting because I want to. I know it. Also, about Lancer. I have to admit, I understand where she's coming from. Understand? I was personally pretty surprised by the whole love-struck thing with Lancer. Firstly, beauty has value because there's someone to accept and praise it. When one entices the masses, and they admire your looks, it's a rather nice feeling. However, no matter the endless applause one receives, there are times when words from that one special someone mean the most. Therefore, it's not out of place for Lancer, who covets beauty more than anyone, to also covet love. Saber stares somewhere far off. Despite talking about her rival, she's actually gazing back at her own life. That's the kind of impression I'm getting from this. Still, I won't be handing over my Praetor, not to Lancer, not to that MeltLilith. MeltLilith, when I look at her, I don't want to recall it, but she reminds me of my mother. She's a vile woman who ruins men. No, she's a vile woman who cripples her lovers. Watch out for her, Praetor. You go easy on both enemies and allies. It's beautiful to see you face everything so commendably, but there's a limit. Well, I can't help myself from enjoying that side of you, but it still does worry me. Until we unravel the mystery behind her invincibility, let's aim to not encounter that woman. Well, that's not really our call to make, though. She can find us anytime she wants, as long as the jamming is weakened or whatever. Alright, floor 14 now. What is that? I'll leave my room and take a big stretch. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good. Let's take off with our usual stride and get to exploring. Is this for you? It appears to be a letter. An invitation, actually. It doesn't say who sent it. The size of the envelope tells me there's no trap built into this invitation. Let's tear it open and read it. Up. I knew it was her. I don't understand why you saved me in that dire moment yesterday. Still, I want to at least thank you. To ensure that I do so, I would like to invite you to a dinner party. Leave your servant behind and get yourself over to the 14th floor of the labyrinth alone. Envenoming Idol, Elizabeth. I shouldn't have to remind you at this point, but this is an evident trap. This invitation has to be a trap, and a real classic trap at that. That said, we still need to head for the 14th floor. Let's first discuss this over by the student council room. Telling me not to bring Saber. Are you crazy? Saber's life. Good morning, senpai. You came right on time. We just got a report on the next floor. I guess Vin and the others found something. Me too. I placed the invitation I just picked up on the desk. This confirms it. All that remains is to wish Mr. Mike luck in his endeavor. New? Endeavor. It all makes sense quicker if you see it for yourself rather than have us explain. Ronnie, can you take it from here? Sure. This is surveillance camera footage we recorded moments ago of the 14th floor of the labyrinth. That's a surprise. When did they set up a surveillance camera in the labyrinth? I wonder if Ren and Ronnie are getting enough sleep. Don't sweat the little details. Come on, it's gonna start playing, so take a seat somewhere. The surveillance camera shows the figures of Elizabeth and Shinji within the labyrinth quarreling in front of a table out of place. For the last time, take a step back and listen to what I say. Like hell, you can divvy up this floor all your own. You just don't stop blabbing, rat. What am I supposed to expect from a coward who abandons the leading role and scampers off? It was your fault for spacing out. You even had your SG taken. And that all happened because I trusted you with setting the stage. Besides, your strategy lacked any idle pizzazz. Being all sneaky like that is the very definition of a mousetrap. On that note, I'll be my own producer this time. The ratings will stake their way to the top. No, they'll drake their way to the top. While Elizabeth pumps her fist excitedly, Shinji shakes his head in disbelief. His eyes turn to the table draped in a white cloth. So the amazing strategy you came up with is this food? That's right. You can't be an idol without doing challenges, and it's not a challenge unless it's about homemade cooking. My handcrafted meal will inflict Piggy with a charm and force him to surrender to me. Piggy will weep over how delicious it is. Overcome with emotion, he'll kneel at my feet and cling to me, kindly ask for more. Ah, how beautiful would that look? I have no interest in being a wide appeal idol, but I'll end up becoming a household name for sure. Spare the households of the world from your tyranny, Miss Queen. But, I guess... Shinji doubtfully stares at the sample of food. It's a shame that we can't really tell what kind of food it is with this grainy picture. Wait, Elizabeth's home cooking. For some reason, I don't get the sense that my feature will be a palatable one. Oh, interested in my sample, are we? Well, I didn't make it for you. But, sure. I'll give you the leftovers like the rat you are. Go on, take a bite and tell me what you think. You treat me like a rat and still expect me to eat your food? It might look alright on the outside, but I'm not eating that. Eat up. I'll make roasted mincemeat out of you otherwise. You slave driver. Shit, fine. If eating it will make you happy. Shinji takes a fork in hand and faces the meal. That food there wasn't meant for Michael Lee. I realize that this is something I'll have to deal with too. Oh, sorry, I meant that food was meant for Michael Lee. Shinji stabs his fork into some sort of red mass and brings it to his lips. Oh, we cut the visuals here since it becomes offensive to the eyes. Please enjoy just the audio. Wah! Shinji, is Shinji alright? Wait a sec. I just picked up on how our cultures differ. So this is sauteed chicken, right? So why are there thorns in the meat? And why does it explode? And why do I hear shrieks when I bite into it? Don't you normally eat thorns? It makes food all crunchy and delicious, no? No one eats those. They've got zero nutrients. Hungry would have been wiped out ages ago if this was considered cooking. Apologies to the people of Budapest. This will blow Lee's stomach sky high before charm kicks in. Wait, that might actually accomplish what we want, but my points still stand. You're a nitpicky one, dirty rat. I already decided to go with your strategy. If I say yes, the project is a go. Chop chop. If I've made myself clear, then go gather me materials. Ronnie stops the footage there. 3 faintly pitying smiles simultaneously turn towards me. No way. I don't want something messed up to happen to me, like my stomach exploding. Well, all the better if you can get by without eating. If you actually do get charmed, we'll be in big trouble. Probably won't happen though. No dumpster diving this dungeon. You can manage, right, Mr. Mike? That's a given. And I really prefer if you don't talk like I'm always dumpster diving. I do it sometimes, but only sometimes. If it's any consolation, please take this. Oh, cool. Sakura timidly hands out to me some cherry blossom brand stomach medicine. Her kindness brings a tear to my eye.
伝達します。
Now then, make your preparations. Your goal today is to clear the 14th floor of the labyrinth. We're counting on you. Alright, well, if anything guys, on that note, I'm going to end the video here for today. I want to thank you all for watching. When we come back, we're going to start exploring the 14th floor of the labyrinth, or Sakura's labyrinth, or whatever labyrinth it's called, and hopefully not encounter MeltLilith anytime soon.